Hey guys, I'm Alex and welcome to the weekly Pokevlog. So you may notice I'm in much better quality this week. I got a brand new camera, so hopefully my face won't start glowing in the middle of a video and the lighting won't mess up again. So tell me what you think down below. So yeah, this week we actually got some information, because you remember last week I mentioned that Pokemon Smash showed a preview for this week's Pokemon Smash, and what it showed was a sort of Pokemon X and Y battle scene with a question mark over a particular Pokemon. So we found out what the Pokemon was, and it's a Super Saiyan form of Mewtwo, or at least that's what it looks like. It looks like these two Dragon Ball Z characters sort of merged together, so I found that quite funny. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw it. But of course it isn't a Super Saiyan version of Mewtwo, because that would be stealing from another franchise. We don't know quite what it is. The official Pokemon website actually says it's related to Mewtwo, and it's not actually Mewtwo or another form of Mewtwo. It just says it's related to it, and it's a new Pokemon. So what a lot of people have come up with is that Mewthree, because there's been a lot of speculation around the Pokemon Mewthree over the past years, even since the first generation. A lot of people come up with their own designs for Mewthree, and usually these designs are more extravagant and more different from Mewtwo and Mew, the more things to them. But this new Pokemon we do have that looks like a new form of Mewtwo is actually closer to Mew than Mewtwo itself. It looks more like Mew, and this would make sense if you cloned Mew again, because if you do a first clone of Mew, or of anything really, you're going to get quite a bad result, quite a result that's far away from the original clone, because you've got a lot of differences, a lot of faults in your techniques. Then if you do it again, you improve your techniques from all the faults you saw the first time, and you would expect something closer to the original. So this would make sense if it was a second clone of Mew. So as I said, we don't know what the Pokemon is, and it could be anything. But what we did see earlier this week, before it was actually released in Pokemon Smash, there was some sort of pictures taken of a trailer for the new Extreme Speed, Genetic Extreme Speed movie that's coming out, and we already know that Mewtwo is going to feature in that movie. But then this showed that the new form of Mewtwo, or the Pokemon that looks like a new form of Mewtwo, also features in it, and the image showed the new form of Mewtwo and Genesect. It did not show the new form of Mewtwo and Mewtwo together. They weren't both in the picture, it was just the new form. So that would lead you to think that maybe it is a new form and Mewtwo transformed into this new form to overcome some sort of thing. Which would be quite a weird thing for Pokemon to do, because they're taking a first generation Pokemon and throwing it in a sixth generation as a new form, which is quite interesting, because Mewtwo was meant to originally be planned to be the first most powerful Pokemon in the game and whatever, but we really don't know yet. So there's also been a trailer released, so I'll link you to that in the sidebars, and I'll also link it to you at the end. So since we don't know much about this new Mewtwo form, I decided to look at the pictures showing the new Mewtwo form in the new movie. And what I did was looked at this particular one, I'll show it on the screen now. At the top you'll see some text there, and I decided to translate that, which was a bit difficult, because what I had to do was find some Japanese symbols and text on the internet, copy and paste the individual symbols onto Google Translate and try and find the exact ones. So I think I got it pretty much right. I'm not 100% sure if it was completely correct, and Google Translate isn't the best thing ever. It's not perfect, as you know, so the translation might not be perfect, but what I translated that to, it said produced by the hands of man, which is quite interesting, because we all know that Mewtwo was produced by the hands of man. It was a clone. But this new Mewtwo form is sort of confirmed to be a clone, if this is right then, because it's obviously referring to the new Mewtwo form, because Mewtwo is the big thing on the picture. It's what it's about. The text was what the text is about quite clearly, and so we can conclude the new Mewtwo form is either Mewtwo that's got a new form, like I was saying, or it's a new clone of Mewtwo, or new clone of Mew. It's not a natural Pokemon, is what we sort of conclude, which is quite interesting, because they're bringing back the ideas from the first generation of genetics and genetically modifying things, which we already had the idea of with the X and the Y, but they're repeating that same sort of theme, which is quite interesting. So it's kind of confirmed to us now that they are having a theme of sort of genetics, because we have the Sylveon evolution as well, a new evolution which is about genetics. They've got this cloning of the Mewtwo's back again and all that stuff, and you got the X and the Y, so it's quite interesting. So let's move on to the question of the week. So this question is quite simple, is what do you think of this new Mewtwo form, and what do you think it actually is? Do you think it's a new Mewtwo form, which I've been saying throughout the video, but like I said, it's unconfirmed whether it is. It's just the easiest thing to reference it as. Or do you think it's Mewthree, which a lot of people think it's been called? I don't think it's going to be Mewthree, because like I said, there's just so many people have been calling it Mewthree, and a lot of speculation about that in the fan base. I don't think they would introduce something that was created by the fans into a game. It's usually the other way around. With all franchise really, but it'd be quite interesting if there is Mewthree, and my personal opinion on it is that I kind of like it in a way. It's strange, and the first time I looked at it I was like, oh my god, what is this? It's some weird mutation TV styled Mewtwo. It was kind of strange, but if you don't think of it as Mewtwo and you just think of it as its own Pokemon, it's quite a cool Pokemon. It looks very Dragon Ball Z style, which I mentioned before, but anyway, tell me what you think down below, and I'll say thank you for watching. Hopefully next week I'll have some more information on this, and I'll see you next time. Oh yeah.